Alrighty, here we are again, and so I apologize for not being here. Oh, wait a minute, you wouldn't notice if I wasn't here yesterday, because this isn't, never mind, but with this, there's been a heat wave here in the Northeast, so I'm not sure when this will be shown, maybe December, I don't know, but so Coach Dave decided to take the third day of the heat wave off and come in today instead. So here I am, a day late, but well, it's the story of my life. So you may be saying to yourself, Coach Dave, I've heard you play that first song a lot of times. And I think even one season that was kind of like the theme song, the opening and closing. Well, you are absolutely right. You are very astute. So why are you playing it today, Coach Dave? Well, to tell you the truth, today we're going to do something we haven't done in a while. We're gonna play some blues. They're gonna play the blues. And that's a perfect example of what the blues, the 12-bar blues are. Now the blues originated way, way back when, when they had slaves and things, and they used to call and answer to each other in the cotton fields, and they were picking cotton because wasn't a very nice existence, so I guess they had the blues. So that was the real origination. And then, of course, through the years, it's progressed a little bit, and it's moved into different genres of music. So that was a C-Jam blues, and that was written in 1942 by Duke Ellington, who you've heard me mention many times in the show. My favorite big band, the Duke Ellington Band. Not so much the band itself, because every big band, they were all great players, but the songs that Duke, and eventually after he teamed up with Billy Southworth, they wrote great songs. Satin Doll, Don't Get Around Much Anymore, C-Jam Blues. And so, oh, excuse me. That's our first tune. Well, staying with the blues, one of the original, shall we say, excuse me again, blues songs that were written, was written by a fellow named W.C. Handy. Who was he, you ask? W.C. Handy had a band right around the turn of the century, the turn of the 20th century, we're in the 21st now. Excuse me, oh my goodness. And he wrote this song called the St. Louis Blues, and this was one of the first times, blues things were kind of written out. And actually, when you play the St. Louis Blues, a lot of the melody to the song is what you might do on other tunes as improvisation. So here we go, 1914. Oh, I'm not going to play this real fast. I was listening, in fact, this morning, I was just listening to W.C. Handy's rendition. He played it pretty fast. You know me, generally there's a choice, I'll play fast. But for today, I'm just going to play this not quite too fast. So here we go. St. Louis Blues. St. Louis blues. Now there are different styles of blues. Now that style I just played, and what it is where there's still 12 bars, but it's where the chords change, and that style you probably didn't even notice it listening to it, but the second chord was different, and it's called like the Chicago style. So you can play just the regular 12 bars and it'll fit. You can play the Chicago style of fit. There's a style where near the end the last two chords change a little bit, but it's still, no matter what you do with it, it is the blues. So we're moving on. We were just in St. Louis, and a little further down the road, a town called Kansas City. And Kansas City, well, not Kansas City per se, but the blues kind of evolved a little bit into like a lot of 50s rock and roll, and even to some country, which we'll demonstrate a little later. And so this song was written by a fellow who was a rhythm and blues rhythm and blues singer, and I had never heard of him until I had heard that he recorded this tune, 1959, and his name was Wilbert Harrison. And of course, the tune, "When You Go to Kansas City." Here we go. Kansas City, go to Kansas City. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm going to get me one. We were in Kansas City once, and of course, Kansas City is also known for their barbecue and their steaks, because it was a big big railhead for cattle drives and things. So they always say, go to Kansas City, you got to get a steak. We went to a Kansas City steakhouse, dropped $50, and this is several years ago, on lunch. It's good, it's great, fantastic. 2 nights later, we went to Applebee's, got a better steak for $25 for the two of us. So I don't know, but I mean, it was worth doing anyway. Okay, this next set of blues, shall we say, is called Coach Dave's Boogie. Who's that? Oh, that's me. Yeah. When we first started doing the show, way when I was a lot younger, and Austin was still in diapers, Emily was our producer, our studio producer, and we were putting together the show. And she says, "Now, do you have like some kind of song we can use, you know, as an opener and a closer?" I says, "Well, you know, I kind of messed around with them, you know." She said, "Well, let's hear what it's so." For the first, I think, or at least 1, maybe 2 years, this was the opener and closer, Coach Dave's Boogies. You might remember this. So here we go. blues, those are interchangeable words. And if, as you probably notice, you can't help but notice, blues is basically a 12 bar phrase. And no matter what you do, it's right. Sometimes some things a little more righter and better than others, but there's like different kind of key notes, like notes that you, of a chord that you kind of concentrate on. So you just kind of work around. Well, anyway, I won't get into all that. But you know, like I mentioned earlier, blues got into a lot of the country tunes. A lot of the country tunes were based on blues, as was a lot of the 50s, the great 50s songs. And this particular song has all the blues chords in it, but it's not 12 bar. It's 8 bar phrases, but you can hear the effect and the sound of the blues. And this was a country song written by a fellow named Don Gibson. And it was written in 1957. It is said there have been more than 700 covers of this song. Covers meaning other people that have played the song. So what the heck, let's make it 701 right here on Accordion Cool. And the song is I Can't Stop Loving You, and you can hear the effect of the blues chords in it. So here we go. Stop Loving You. 701 covers now of that song. Actually, it's a great country tune. If you like country music, traditional country music, you got to love that song. Austin, ask your grandparents. Austin's behind the glass. Ask your grandparents about that song. They'll tell you what a great song it is. Well, that kind of gets us down towards the end of our time. This last song was written in 1946 by a fellow named Bobby Troup. Who? Bobby Troup. Who's Bobby Troup, Coach Dave? Well, I'm going to tell you. Bobby Troup was a great jazz piano player. Did a little singing. Did some acting. Remember the old TV show Emergency? Bobby Troup, was Dr. Early on Emergency. So here he is, a great piano player, little singing, songwriter, TV actor, and to top it all off, he was married to Julie London. I mean, come on, Bobby. Talk about the guy that's got everything. So in 1946, he and his family, I don't know if she was part of the family at that time, took a little trip from Chicago to LA, and there's a road that you can take and you can get on it in Chicago, and you can stop in LA and never get off that road. It's called Route 56. Been on Route 56 in Texas. It's just a road. I mean, would they make a song called Route 95? I don't think so, but Bobby Troup, Route 66, or Get Your Kicks on Route 66, and of course in our blues format. So here we go. Get your kicks on Route 66. Yeah. Well, that's just about our show today. Hope you've enjoyed our little tribute to the blues. And you probably didn't notice it. Again, that last song, Route 66, is done in the style of what I mentioned earlier, the Chicago blues, where the second chord is a different one as opposed to just the same. Well, never mind. If you didn't notice it, erase all that. All right. Well, once again, thank y'all for watching today. And you know I'm going to say, bring those young'uns in, especially with the blues. They've probably never even heard the blues, don't even know what it's all about. So if Coach Dave can give them a little idea, well, you know, we've kind of helped them out with their musical progress. So thank you all for watching and listening, and we're going to take it home with a little, I don't know, Route 67? No, 66, okay.